Hey guys, Kalurah here of While They Play Designs, and today I'm going to demonstrate how to do a ripple stitch. Where you'll see the ripple stitch a lot is in scarves or afghans, blankets, and really all it is essentially is a series of increases and decreases that create a little wave effect. And for this stitch, it's really basic, it's really simple, it's actually one of the first projects I ever crocheted, but when we get started we want to do a chain. And when you do your foundation chain, you want to use a bigger hook. It's just a little easier to work with and work into those stitches. And also another reason is you want a stretchier base because you want it to mimic the top of your blanket when you're done, or your scarf. So we're going to use a bigger hook here. And this ripple stitch pattern is just simply a multiple of 14 stitches, and then we're going to add 3 to that multiple for our turning chain. So for this demonstration, I'm going to chain 31 stitches because that's a multiple of 14 twice plus 3 stitches. Okay, so when you're done with that foundation chain, you're going to insert the hook that you're going to use for your ripple stitch. And as I said, we're going to have a turning chain of 3, so we're going to skip 1, 2, 3 chains, and we're going to work into our 4th. And I like to work in that back bump of the stitch that just leaves a nice clean edge. So what we have here is we have our first double crochet in our turning chain and then a second double crochet. So we're going to do one more in that same chain. So this is our first increase of 3 double crochets. Now we're going to double crochet in the next 3 chains. So 1, 2, 3. So we've done our first increase, and now we've done 3 double crochets. We're going to decrease over the next 3 stitches with our 3 double crochets. And the way you do that is you yarn over, drop a loop, pull through 2. That's the first of our set of 3 double crochets. Now we're going to go into the second chain, drop a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. So there's our second. And then we're going to go into the very last stitch, the third one. Yarn over and pull through 2. So here's our 3 double crochets. We're going to yarn over and draw through all 4 loops. So that's our decrease. We're going to do 2 of these in a row to create our little wave pattern. So let's repeat that again. We'll go through the back bump, pull through 2, go through the second chain, pull through 2, go through the third chain, pull through 2. Okay, so we've got our 3, the start of our 3 double crochets, yarn over, pull through all 4 stitches. So if we stop and take a look at our work, you can see that we've already started at the top and we're going down to create that wave effect. So now we're going to work our way back up for the next part of our wave. So we're going to do 3 double crochets to get over to that next bump in our wave. So 1, 2, 3. Now, since we decreased last time in those 2 stitches, we're going to increase in the next 2 stitches. So we're going to place 3 double crochets into this next stitch, and we're going to do that twice. So there's our 3 double crochets in 1 stitch, and we're going to do that a second time in the next stitch. So go in, do 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 3. Okay, so if you look here, we're rounding over the top of this wave. So we're going to work our way back down and repeat this step again. So we're going to crochet in the next 3 stitches, or 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then we're going to do our decreases again. You're just going to basically repeat this, your decreases and your increases, over 2 stitches, and you're going to continue to do that, creating this wave effect. Okay, so we've done our first decrease over those 3 stitches, so we're going to do our second decrease. I'm going to go through the first chain, second chain, third chain. And then we're going to yarn over and draw through all 4. So we've created the last part of that little wave. So now we're going to do 3 double crochet to get to the end of our row. And the very last thing we're going to do of this row, and every row after this in the ripple stitch, we'll have 1 stitch left after our 3 double crochets. We're going to do our increase. Because if you remember, we started out this round with 3 double crochets in that first stitch, essentially. So we're going to finish off the same exact way. We're going to work into that last chain 3 double crochets. And that's going to make our project fan out and be nice and uniform. And then all you're going to want to do at this point is chain 3 for your height of your double crochet, turn your work, and you're going to repeat that exact same stitch. The exact same instructions that we followed in the first row are going to be done in the second row. And just a little pointer, if it does help you, if you stretch out your work and take a look, you can see the tops of your actual decreases here. That'll kind of help you as you're working your way back. You'll be able to count 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. And when you get to the top of your work, you'll see your stitches that you're going to increase in. You'll see the top of it here and the top of it here. That just kind of gives you a little bit of a guide as you're working the ripple stitches, kind of keeps you on track. But just remember that you're going to do 2 sets of decreases and then 3 double crochets, and then 2 sets of increases, 3 double crochets. That'll keep you on track with your little wave pattern. So that's how you work the ripple stitch in crochet.